Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha
זאת עולה מן המדבר
זאת עולה מן המדבר
מקוטרת מור מור לבונה
מקוטרת מור מור לבונה
ליבבתיני אחותי כלה
ליבבתיני אחותי כלה
אני לדודי ודודי תוך אמונה העם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה
חדותי לקראת קהלה הנה שבת נקבלה לה 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 לחדותי לקראת קהלה הנה שבת
kindness, being kind, oh, loving kindness, living kind. Will you choose the love inside you, been put down by what we've been through? Can you imagine what we do to one another and what we say to each other? It's all compassion. So we'll fill the world
Deep breath in. Okay, we're here. How good it is. How sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is. How sweet it is to be together on this day.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד.
How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
to be together on this
day.
How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
to be together on this day. הנה מה טוב
ומה נעים שבת אחים גם
יחד. הנה מה טוב
ומה נעים
שבת אחים גם יחד. שלום עליכם, סלאם עליכום. שלום עליכם, סלאם עליכום. שלום עליכם, סלאם עליכום. שלום
עליכם סלאם עליכום.
How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
to be together on this day. How good it is.
How good it is.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is
to be together on this day. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Tonight we have a really, as you can see, a very, very special service ahead for us. Tonight is Shabbat Shira, and it's a Shabbat of music. That is literally what it means. And we don't celebrate it this week just because we like music. We do love music. But there is a very specific reason why Shabbat Shira comes on this specific week. And it is because we are in the part of Torah, the specific Torah portion is Beshalach, where we read about our ancient Israelite ancestors crossing that Red Sea with trepidation and fear and making their way to the other side. And they had no idea that that sea would part and that they would survive and get to freedom. And because of their absolute awe, wonder, exaltation, they crossed to the other side and bursted out in song. And so tonight we honor that story by ourselves bursting out in song. We are joined by some very special guests. First of all, we have our Temple Emmanuel of Beverly Hills international, it might be international too, but intergenerational choir. We are joined by our surprise guest musician, Noah Aronson. We are joined by cantor Sarah Haas, who's here with us. And I just want to make mention of one less happy thing for tonight, which is that our very own cantor Lizzie Weiss has been sick and coming off of laryngitis, and she got orders from her doctor just this afternoon that she has to be on voice rest. So all of us are going to sing extra loud to fill in the space of her voice, and that is partly why cantor Sarah Haas, her sister, is here with her triplet sister, is here with us this evening, and it's gonna be one for the ages. I'm so excited you're all here. We're going to start with some calm and beauty by lighting our Shabbat candles. In order to do that, I'm going to invite forward the Brer family up to our candles, which are on this side of our bima. And let us bring in this glistening, shining, sparkling light of Shabbat.
Shamor v'zachor. These are our top line commandments for Shabbat. These are our most important instructions to keep the Shabbat and to remember Shabbat. These twin commandments echo through our tradition and through our liturgy, and we'll hear them in just a few minutes. I think Shabbat itself also invites us to do the same with our time. So here, as we stand on this threshold between 2 weeks, is a moment to review the last 7 days, Chazarat HaShavua, to review our last week. What is it that we want to keep? What is it that we want to cast into memory? We'll take a couple of moments of reflection.
To understand Cantor Weiss's sign language when she's doing numbers and things to me and trying to communicate, but I can't understand what you're saying. But we did, and that's exactly what we said. Yes, we're doing good. parts of the Torah. In one set of 10 commandments, it says, Shamor et Yom HaShabbat. We guard the Shabbat. In the other set of 10 commandments, it says, Zachor et Yom HaShabbat. Remember. And so it says, B'dibur echad. It's as if they were uttered all at once. So we say, Shamor v'Zachor. Shamor v'Zachor b'dibur echad. This is the first verse on page 20. Hishmi'anu el am yuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, l'shem u'tiferet v'li tehila, l'echad odi, likrat kala, tenei Shabbat nekabela, l'echad odi, likrat kala, tenei Shabbat nek. Second verse, likrat Shabbat. Let's try it. Likrat Shabbat, bechuren elcha, ki hi vekor haberacha, merosh mikem, besucha, sof ma'aseh, be'machshavat tefila, le'echad odi, likrat kala, You see, you don't have to sing to be a cantor. All you have to do is emote and express through every single fiber of your being. Verse 5, awake, awake, let's wake up. Itoreri, itoreri, iva ore, uri ori, uri ori, shir naberi, kevod Adonai, alai, olecha adoni, olikrat, likrat kala, openei Shabbat, oneka belai, alala, oyalala, oyalala, Traditionally, we rise, face the entrance, just like we did in the Hakarat, Hashavua. We let it all just melt off, grounding our feet in this moment. How can we welcome in this Shabbat, this next 25 hours, to unplug a little bit more, spend time with family and community, enter in peace, enter in gladness. Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam besimcha ובצהלה, תוך אמונה, עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה, יאי ניי ניי, יאללה לה 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 לך אדוני, יאללה לה 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 לקראת קלה, יאללה לה 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 בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה, יאללה לה 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 לך אדוני, יאללה לה 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 לקראת קלה, יאללה לה 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 בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה. So I just finished last night watching the movie Maestro. And whenever I look over at the cantor tonight, I'm thinking of Leonard Bernstein. In the most eloquent way that you lead and you conduct us through these moments. It's very true that you don't have to have a voice to show up. You don't have to be able to produce the sound in order to lead. You can be that still small voice. You can be that quiet voice. Asking yourself and then asking others, am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I? Ya la 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 la, ya 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 la la la. So I will bend my knees to the infinite. I will bend my knees to the mystery. I will bow to that unconditional love. Barechu et Adonai hamevorach. And we respond together. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. And together we sing again. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la.
You may all be seated. And I just want to point this out because I don't think a lot of our religious school students will know this, but the Baruch Hu that we just sang, we do it every Sunday in religious school, and Noah Aronson actually composed it. So you're looking at the one and only who made those beautiful words and melodies that come out of our mouths every single week. We're going to continue now with a more subdued moment, a moment of inward reflection. The service has and will have a lot of energy and a lot of singing and a lot of power coming out of our mouths, but this moment now is a time for listening and just being. We sing Shema together, page 34. Today, in preparation for Shabbat Shira and some of the music we're going to be doing later, I was watching snippets of The Prince of Egypt. And specifically, I was watching this moment of the crossing, and of course, DreamWorks does it great, and it's very beautiful, and it's very dramatic. But I'm a little embarrassed to say this, but as I was watching the scene where the Israelites are making their escape, I started tearing up a little bit. Now, it could be what's happening in our world with Israel and just all the pain of being a Jew right now, but what really struck me is this moment that is depicted so beautifully in this cartoon, right, of the leap of faith that these thousands of people had to take together, not knowing what the future would bring. And the truth is that we're not always escaping in such grand and robust ways as an entire people making their way through a parted sea, but yet every day we are taking leaps of faith, usually small, sometimes big, and walking forward in this scary and unknown world. We're going to sing Mi Chamocha next, and as we're singing, I invite you to pay attention to that aspect of what this Torah portion is and that aspect of what Shabbat Shira brings, this leap of faith that our ancestors walked forward with, and we have it in our blood and in our bones to walk forward every day with courage, with conviction, and with the hope and faith that it will be okay.
Adonai,
We'll turn now to page 44. A song for a little more love, a little more safety, a little more feeling protected and whole during these scary times. Tonight, while it's dark outside until the sun rises tomorrow morning, but also every day amidst the scariness of what it means to be alive. Let there be love and Hashkivenu, page 44. Page 42.
Let's try it together. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Let there be love. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu, Adonai, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu, Leshalom. And also when we rise, V'ha'amidenu, V'ha'amidenu, Shomreinu l'chaim, Ufros aleinu, Sukkot shlomecha, Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Let there be love. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's. One more time. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm.
We'll turn now to page 46 and get ready for Amidah. We're going to start by asking God to open up our lips toward prayer so that we have the ability to say whatever we need to say out into the universe. We'll take time for our own silent words. You can follow the beautiful, beautiful words of our prayer book or the equally beautiful words of your heart. I'll invite you all to rise now as we begin to pray our Amidah.
So Cantor Hass and I have not had a chance to rehearse, and that's why we're laughing, because we didn't know what was going to happen and who was going to sing which part. And I also think there's something so beautiful about that we can prepare and prepare and prepare, but also we need to leave room for spontaneity. We need to leave room for mistakes. We need to leave room for the moment to arise. And I think that's exactly what's happening here. Adonai Sevatai Tiftach. I may not always have control of the words that come out of my mouth, but please may these words be words of beauty, pure words, holy words, sacred scripted words, if you would like to use the words of our tradition passed down from generation to generation, or also is just as much of a honest and pure prayer to use the words of your heart. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagi tehiladecha. Oh Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
With the feeling of prayer in our heart now, we'll take time for Misha Berach, our prayer for healing. We'll have the opportunity to sing as one community to start off, and then in the middle, we'll have the opportunity to share the names of those in our lives and our hearts who could really use that healing. And then we'll conclude again by singing once more as one community. Tonight we're holding Jake Broder, Jill Kahn, Megan Cavallari, Eitan Chaim, Woody Clark, Rory Hill Cohen, Cooper Wesley Cohen, Pearl Councilbaum, Mimi Feldman, Judy Fenton, Tanaz Fuladi, Dr. Benjamin Graham, Andy Hale, Kathleen Agnes McCarthy, Sheila Merowitz, Yonatan Ben Esther, Howard Rosen, David Silber, Lindy Sobel, Mabube Suleimani, Helena Wachtel, Freddie Wolf, Michael Wolin, Andy Wu, and Howard Zellico. And online, we are thinking about Stephanie Strick, Janice Rader, Richard Pepper, Frida Siegel, Susan Landis, Lois Lebman, Rita Newman, Audrey and Judith Bennis, Lupe Diaz, Lucha Diaz, Hazel Sequenza, and Helene Hale. Debbie Striff, Jerry Striff, Mary Lynn Gottfried, Louis Wiener, Miss A, and Jay Blumenfeld.
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
On this special Shabbat, we are about to take you on a journey from slavery, from pain, to freedom and celebration. And in honor of this special Shabbat, we share with you a special sermon through song. Picture the scene: Egypt behind and vast expanse ahead. But first, a sea that must be crossed in order to reach freedom. Choppy waves, frigid temperatures, a shell-shocked, rushed people that has no choice but to march forward. Standing at the parted shores of history, they take that inevitable first step. One foot in front of the other with trepidation, with linked arms that remind them they are together. Every generation of Jews finds itself at one point or another at the foot of the Red Sea. Hatred and fear of us abounds, and there feels like only vast expanse ahead. I know that I myself have been feeling this way in recent years, and particularly since October 7th. In the face of anti-Israel terror and anti-Semitism, let us remember the words of Mishkan Tefillah. There is no way to get from here to there, to a world with less hatred and more love, except by joining hands, marching together. We are not alone. We have each other, and we've got this. We'll join now in Standing at the Parted Shores with our very own special guest, Noah Aronson, who wrote this piece.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught. Before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it's eternally Egypt. That there's a better place, a promised land, and the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness. That there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together, singing yai 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 yai, oh yai 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 yai. Moses and Miriam all sang these words together at the sea. Moshe u'Miriam u'Bnei Yisrael lecha anu shira b'simcha rabba ve'ameru chulam yai yai ever think it was amazing? Miriam, we didn't even have enough time for bread to rise, but she remembered to bring her timbrel. Isn't that interesting? When everyone else was afraid, everyone else was scared to cross, she packed her timbrel. She manifested her freedom by envisioning it before it took place. She knew there would come a time. She knew there would come a time they would cross to their freedom. They would cross to the other side. She wanted to be prepared for that moment so she could lead her people in song. In every generation, there is a Miriam. In every generation, there is someone who can step up. And you can be that person. We're all supposed to envision ourselves as if we experienced the Exodus ourselves. Bechol dor vador chayav adam lirot et asmo ke'ilu hu yatsa mimitzrayim. That each and every one of us has this opportunity to envision this as it wasn't history. It's happening right now in every single moment. 2 walls of water on our right and our left. Pharaoh's army behind us. Before us, the promised land. Bechol dor vador chayav adam lirot et atzmo ke'ilu hu yatsa mimitzrayim. Dor vador lirot et atzmo ke'ilu yatsa mimitzrayim, yatsa mimitzrayim, yatsa mimitzrayim, yatsa mimitzrayim. Can you picture yourself crossing through and wandering the desert? Can you feel the wind support you as you go? Do you hear the cries of those left behind, still hoping for tomorrow? Do you fear the mountain you still have to climb? Dor vador lirot et atzmo ke'ilu yatsa mimitzrayim. Bechol dor vador lirot et atzmo ke'ilu yatsa mimitzrayim, yatsa mimitzrayim, yatsa mimitzrayim, yatsa mimitzrayim, yatsa mimitzrayim. Hotzianu mimitzrayim, hotzianu mimitzrayim,
We started this sermon and song with a sense of joy, a feeling that real freedom had been achieved. But shortly after the Israelites tasted their first sense of freedom, the complaining instantly began. It's really funny how that happens, right? They complain because the food isn't as good as it was back in Egypt. Perhaps it is human nature, the reality that each of us have a Yetzer HaTov, a good nature, and a Yetzer Hara, a less good, bad nature. And it came up in full force when the Israelites were no longer worried about their freedom, but finally had that freedom. They moved on just as quickly as they got it. Now, with a new sense of life, their minds wandered. They complained to Moses about how each person was treating the next and not being this and not being that. They built a golden calf because they lacked faith and they couldn't see the God right in front of them. The world today is full of these moments, full of complaints like this as we forget the very own freedoms that we have been bestowed with. People are filled with Yetzer HaTov, but yet also Yetzer Hara. Sometimes it can be completely overwhelming, but it is a tale as old as time that we must remind ourselves the important lesson from our sages, Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor, the Lo ata ben chorin. It is not our duty to complete the task, but it is our duty not to complain, but to be grateful for everything we have and to work every single day to be part of continuing that solution.
Hello? Oh, mine's on. Mine's on. When the world feels too heavy on your shoulders and your heart aches with all there is to do, just remember it's not yours alone to carry. Just look up, I am standing here with you. Hand in hand we'll walk this road together. Step by step is how we all must start. Fix the world through acts of love and kindness. Fix the world by mending every heart. Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor, v'lo ata ben chorin. Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor, v'lo ata ben chorin. V'yilatel mimena.
Take a breath when you are feeling weary. Raise your voice when you are feeling strong. Take this moment to recognize the blessing of the miracle inside that guides us all.
On the shoulders of those who came before us, who shine their light so we can see the way. For our children, for future generations, we must do the work to finish up the day. Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor,
For 2,000 years, we hoped, we dreamed, we wandered, and we stuck together. The miracle of a Jewish nation in our promised land is not lost on us. A Jewish nation where we are free to pray, to celebrate, to sing, and to be Jewish despite. We sing Hatikva now to shout to the heavens above that when we are connected to each other and connected to our faith, miracles happen. We sing Hatikva now for all of the hostages in Gaza, for all of our Israeli brothers and sisters in pain, for Jews around the world in fear and sadness. We sing Hatikva now for them and for us, for a strong Israel that will endure. Am Yisrael Chai. Although Jewish history has been pierced by tragedy and struggle, it has also been penetrated by beauty and abounding miracles. Our escape from slavery and the parting of the Red Sea reminds us that faith provides the foundation for miracles to occur. The existence of the state of Israel reminds us that actually the impossible can become possible. There can be miracles when you believe.
Many nights we've prayed with no proof anyone could hear. In our hearts a hopeful song we barely understood. Now we are not afraid, although we know there's much to fear. We were moving mountains long before we knew we could. There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe? Somehow you will when you believe.
In this time of fear, when prayer so often proved in vain, hope seemed like a summer bird so swiftly flown away. Yet now I'm standing here with heart so full I can't explain, seeking faith and speaking words I'd never thought I'd say.
There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows נחית בהסתך,
המסוגלת, אשירה, 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 אשירה לאדוני, כי גאל, אשירה לאדוני, כי גאל, מי כמוך באלים, אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר, בקודש
נחית בהסתך, המסוגלת, נחית בהסתך, המסוגלת, אשירה, אשירה, אשירה.
There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe? Somehow you will. Now you will when you believe.
You will when you believe.
We will move from that gorgeous sermon and song toward the conclusion of our service now. I'm going to invite everyone to turn to page 282, and please rise as we sing Aleinu together.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים
ויוסד הארץ, וכמושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד.
ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד. ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד.
Have a seat. As you may know, yesterday was Tu B'Shvat, our new year for the trees. And I always think about the roots and the rings. I was in Muir Woods a few months ago. I was standing in front of a cross-section of one of these great redwoods. And at the center, there was wood that stood at the same time of Solomon's temple. It was here growing in California. And on the very outside, there was wood that grew during my grandparents' lifetime and my parents' lifetime and my very own. Jewish life is like that cross-section of tree. We remember ourselves leaving Egypt, as Noah and Cantor Haas sang, and we live with the vivid memory of loved ones standing alongside of us, as large in our lives as those great redwoods. If you are observing at this time, Shloshim, the 30 days following the death of a loved one, I invite you to rise now and share their name with us. As a community, we remember Caleb Dressin, Carol Avedon, Marhala Del Rahim, and David Pick. If you're in the Shana, the year following the death of a loved one, I invite you to share their name as well. And if you're here to observe a yahrzeit, the anniversary of a death, I invite you to share that person's name with us now. As a community, we also remember Etta M. Simon, Frida Nemitz Evans, Mary Lasner, Emil Gold, Joseph Schwartz, Mitchell Lerman, Sorab Savis, Gertrude Vivian Friedman, and Rose Friedman. I invite you now to rise in solidarity with the mourners among us and to say Kaddish for those who have none to say Kaddish for them, as well as for all those whom we remember who've passed in recent times. The words of Mourner's Kaddish are on page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkada shmei Rabbah Be'alma tivrach yirtei ve'amlich malchutei v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'gala uvizman kariv ve'emru amen Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach leolam lumei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shmei degudsha brichu le'ela u'limechol birchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen Yishmeima Rabba min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen Oseh shalom b'mramav Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Please be seated.
Before we get to our announcements and the close of our service, we have many. Okay. I'm going to keep talking. I think it's okay. We have many, many people who we want to thank who participated in making this service extra special. So Cantor Weiss is going to point, and I'm going to try to thank. Nathan, thank you so much, our music director. It wouldn't be possible without you. Elizabeth on the piano, playing so beautifully for us. Thank you for being a part of this in our community. Our intergenerational choir, so many people to thank, and especially all of our children who are in our choir, parents, thank you for making it possible for them to be here with us. Cantor Sarah Haas, who is Cantor Lizzie Weiss's sister, thank you. And she's also the cantor at Leo Back Temple, if you all did not know that. And it's the last day of her parental leave, so we are very, very lucky that you spent it with us tonight. The miracle that came in very last minute. Noah Aronson, thank you for being here. I don't know how that was pulled off, but we are so glad that you're here. Jenny, thank you. Jenny Kramer, who is in charge of our programming and always makes everything possible. Sarah on our music and sound in the back, thank you so much. And we have actually a special treat tonight. We are selling from our member here, Dina Carcenti, raise your hand in the back, has bracelets for us, which you made. Yes, she handmade them. And for Israel, the proceeds are going toward helping Israel. So please check those out in the back. We also have dog tags. Cantor Sarah House is wearing one up there that are going to the families of the hostages. So if you want to purchase a beautiful piece of jewelry while doing good for the state of Israel, please do that after our service. And I want to thank Cantor Weiss for such a beautiful service that she put so much heart and soul into it before she couldn't speak anymore or sing anymore. And now we will go to announcements. Simply Shabbat, next Friday night, it's going to be myself and Cantor Weiss and our intern Jake. We're doing a highlight of and reflections of stories from the immigrant experience. Cantor Weiss just went on a trip with Highest down to San Diego to the U.S.-Mexico border down there. And she's going to be speaking about her experience, as well as we have our teenagers who are taking their passport, immigrant, and refugee justice class once a month this year at our temple. And a lot of them are going down to the Arizona-Mexico border in a few weeks to learn firsthand about the immigrant experience. And so 2 of our teens who are in this class and about to take on this experience are going to be speaking about what they're learning in the class and why they're choosing to take this very meaningful trip. So please join us next Friday night, 6:15. Pink Challah Bake with our sisterhood. We're going to have a representative from Sharsheret. Sharsheret is a wonderful organization that supports and educates the Jewish community on breast cancer, ovarian cancer, other reproductive cancers, and testing, and such as testing for BRCA, and they do really, really good work in supporting and I'm getting intel here, and supporting survivors and their families, and I missed what you just said. And Dina Carcenti is playing dual roles because she's going to be sharing her personal story with this at the Challah Bake. So please join us for this it'll be really fun, but also really important evening. Shabbat Spark, Friday, February 9th. If you liked all of the music and our children singing in this very special service tonight, you can get another taste of it on February 9th. It's our musical family service. It's going to be a lot of fun. Please join us for that. And before Shabbat Spark, we have Little Sparklers. So this is an opportunity for our littlest little kids, if they're not quite ready to be in the, more adult Shabbat Spark service, then please have them join us for Little Sparklers, which is just for them at 5:15 right before our main service. And it's followed by dinner, so please sign up online. Huge announcement, Emmanuel's Feud. Who likes to watch or has watched or participated in Family Feud before? Yay! I like that energy. We are having our Emmanuel Feud. It's our annual Shabbat and game night. We're focusing on Family Feud this year. You do not have to have a family or come with your family in order to participate. We are going to make up the team. So please don't let that stop you. Friday, February 23rd, 6:15. Please sign up. $25. Yes. And we're doing so it's not just all fun. We are doing a meaningful short service, an opportunity to say Kaddish at 5:45 p.m. before we get to the game night. What? Oh, yeah, she's saying that we should have played charades because we're already doing that right now. We're doing a great job. Yes. Well, I'll talk to you after the service. Why don't you take a seat, and I'll talk to you in a second. Is that it? Oh, that's it. No, we have a bar mitzvah coming up next weekend, not tomorrow, but next weekend, February 3rd. Oh, Evan, thank you. So this is if you want to get a taste of what these bracelets that are being sold. Thank you, Evan, so much. You can buy these after our service, and the proceeds go to the families of the hostages. And we lost our thing. Do you want this back? You made it for me. Oh, my gosh. Thank you. Okay. Now, we also want to take time in this service to honor our people in our community who are celebrating a birthday during the month of January. Is anyone celebrating a birthday this month? Really? Truly, it's your time to come up to our ark. Really? Oh, almost. Next month. I'll see you next month. Rebecca, anyone else? January birthdays? All right, come up to our BMO. We're going to offer you a special blessing. Mishaberach avotenu v'imotenu, may the one who blessed our ancestors before us bless both of you who have come here to celebrate your birthday. For this year, we wish you continued health, we wish for you safety, and we wish for you comfort. May you continue to count the blessings of family, and may you be renewed as you approach this next year of life. May your body stay strong, your mind sharp, and your soul lifted by the presence of loved ones in your life. May you continue to feel the deep personal relationships in those people whom you share life's journey. And may you pursue the passions that make your life unique and fulfilling. Each and every year of our lives is an opportunity to grow and to find fulfillment in life, no matter what this past year was like. May you find the space to breathe and to welcome in the future with an open heart through all your days. May you feel blessed and safe. May you feel luminous and loved. And may you feel joyous and whole. Amen. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cynthia and Rebecca. Oh my God, what is your birthday? January 5th? Wow. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Tonight.
Oh, sorry. Are you going to say something?
You go.
say something. Yeah.
No, I mean, tonight we have heard such beautiful music come out of everyone's mouth here. And the most important lesson I hope that everyone's taking away, both our singers and all of you who participated by being here, is that we all have the power of our voice to share with the world around us, everywhere around us, and with the people closest to us in our homes and our closest families. Despite what is happening in the world around us, you have a voice to share. You have something important to say, and may you always use it to share your message of love with the world around you.
Does anybody else think it's a little bit ironic that the cantor chose a song called I Have a Voice to be our closing song? And it would be so wonderful just so that we can... Our friend Alana wrote this song.
Test 1, 2.
And she's trying to remind us that you don't actually need a microphone or an Instagram page to make a difference and to be heard in this world. So can we just try, if it's possible, if you're able and willing to stand up and be part of this song with us, so that we all can be singing the words of this chorus. I have a voice, my voice is powerful, my voice can change the world. We all have this power in this moment, and we need to stand up. There's too few of us in the world. There's too few of us out there. We all need to use our voice in some way and stand up in this moment. Here we go.
I will open my eyes.
I will open my eyes.
I will not look away.
I will not look away.
I will use this gift I've been given every day. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world.
I will give of myself.
I will reach out my hand.
I will reach out my hand.
I will use this heart I've been given and extend.
I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asanu b'tselem Elohim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asanu b'tselem Elohim. I have a voice.
My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world.
I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world.
I will fight for the truth.
I will fight for the truth.
I'll stand up for what's right.
I'll stand up for what's right.
I will use this strength I've been given and be a light.
I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world.
I have a voice.
I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We have an oneg out that way. Don't forget the bracelets. My bracelet's so beautiful. Thank you. And dog tags. And we're so glad that you came. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to take a group picture, all of our choir members.
A picture.